It's 9 o'clock. We'll go ahead and call the Board of Works meeting to order. And I think the first thing we have to do, which I have been missing to do, is to take a roll call of the members, then we'll do the pledge. So, Mindy, if you do that.
Childress.
Present.
Henriot.
Present.
Murray. Here. Schreiner.
Here.
Moulton.
Here.
Quorum present.
Thank you. So we'll go ahead and begin the meeting. Let's all begin with a pledge of allegiance, please. And again, thanks for the flag on our screens. I pledge allegiance to the flag,
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. Been a long time since we've met, so good to see everybody. Hope everybody's healthy and had a great holiday season, and we're off to hopefully a good start for the new year. So welcome everybody to the meeting. First thing we have on our docket today, the agenda, is the approval of the minutes from December the 15th. Chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Schreiner moves approval.
Second.
Murray second.
Moved by Schreiner, seconded by Murray. Questions or corrections on the minutes? Hearing none. Mindy, would you take a roll call vote for us, please?
Childress.
Aye.
Henriot.
Aye.
Murray.
Aye.
Schreiner.
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Minutes past 5-0.
Thank you. New business, Lafayette Renew. Brad?
Good morning. First thing we have is the notice of selection for the guaranteed savings project that we have coming up. The selection is for Bowen Engineering. We took proposals on December 1st, 2020. Bowen and MCOR Construction Services were the only two contractors that submitted proposal. A team consisting of the city engineer, city controller, a board of works member, and myself evaluated each proposal, and Bowen Engineering was evaluated as being the most qualified. And I recommend that you execute this notice of a selection.
Thanks, Brad. Let's get this on the table. We'll talk about it. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this, the selection of Bowen Engineering for this project.
Childress moves.
Childress moves second.
Schreiner second.
I have a motion and a second. Thanks, Ron. Anybody have any questions regarding or comments regarding the selection of Bowen?
I have a question for Brad. Brad, I've noticed the last few times that we've done this, some companies list a markup, some do not. I assume that is not a requirement from the state on energy savings contracts. Is that something that we can impose when we put out proposals?
I don't know off the top of my head the answer to that, but I can find out for sure.
All right, thank you.
Other questions or comments? My comment is I really appreciated seeing the scoring.
I did too.
I thought that was very helpful. It was unanimous for Bowen, but the way you all got there was different. And I thought that was helpful and interesting to look at. So I appreciate that transparency from my perspective. I think was really a good thing. So I appreciate that.
Good.
Any other comments? Hearing in the comments, we have a motion, a second. Mindy, would you do the roll call, please?
Childress.
Aye.
Henriot.
Aye.
Murray.
Aye.
Schreiner.
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Recommendation passes 5-0.
Thank you, Mindy. Brad?
Yeah, the second thing that we have is the certificate of final completion for the service area 21 water and sewer extension project phase 1. The work was all complete on November 9th, 2020. I recommend that you execute the certificate of final completion.
Okay, Chair, to a motion to approve, execute the certificate of final completion on Service Area 21 Water and Sewer Extension, Phase 1.
Murray moves.
Motion is a second.
Moulton
Childress.
second.
We have a motion and a second by Amy. Thank you very much, Amy. Questions regarding this motion to approve this final certificate of final completion? Any questions? Okay, hearing none. Mindy, please, roll call vote.
Childress,
Aye.
Henriot,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner.
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Final completion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it. Thank you. Engineering, Jeremy, I think is this yours?
Yep, this is mine.
Okay.
Happy New Year, everybody. Jeremy Grenard, City Engineer. This morning I have 5 change orders. The first 4 are related to Loeb Stadium. And before I present the first one, I need to mention that I got bid package number 1, which is general trades package, the J.R. Kelly contract. I got those change orders out of order. The last one that I brought to the board was change order 1-7. This is change order 1-6. So what that means is that the new contract amount that I mentioned at the last meeting had assumed that change order 1-6 had already been approved, but it had not. So when I give you the contract amount this morning, it will include change orders 1-6 and 1-7 as well. So it won't exactly match up to what you have in your packet. The overall contract amount. So first change order is number 6 on the general trades bid package for Loeb Stadium. The change order is a combination of multiple items, including 4 adds and 1 deduct. The largest of the adds is a change of vehicle detection at the new Main Street and Wallace Street intersection. We're changing that from inductive loops to myovision video detection. This form of detection will allow us to count traffic by classification as well as pedestrians in real time. What in the past, if we wanted to count traffic at an intersection, we had to pay for that data separately, and it would usually only be for a few hours on one day. This new type of detection will allow us to have 24-hour data in real time. So it'll allow us to see fluctuations in traffic due to games, and we'll be able to see pedestrian traffic patterns as well due to games. It'll especially be a valuable tool for us because we're using the old Osco parking lot for parking, and we'll be able to see how many people are coming from that parking lot and going to the game in real time. The other adds were to add padding to the batting turtle, place the canopy downspouts underground, and to core some holes in 6 beams for the electrical conduit rough-in. The deduct that we had was to remove the turf from the portable pitching mound, but you'll notice that we have a change order to add this back to the turf installation contractor's contract so that the turf on the portable pitching mound will match that of the field. The overall change order is for $23,868, bringing the contract amount to $10,537,084 with an overall change order amount of 0.5%. I have Logan and Alex here from Kettle Hut if there's any specific questions about this or the other 3 Loeb Stadium change orders, and we're requesting your approval.
So, Jeremy, we're talking right now about this change order 1-6, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Are we going to talk about 1-7 then also?
We've already done
1-7 I already presented at a previous board meeting.
I know you did. I know you said that, but I didn't know if you were going to do that again. So I just wanted to clarify what we're doing. Okay. So I will, Chair will entertain a motion to approve this change order 1-6 for general trades on Loeb Stadium.
Shriner, motion.
Second?
Childress, second.
Motion and a second. Questions?
Jeremy, would you repeat the correct new contract amount, please?
It is $10,537,084.00.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Other questions?
Was this, Jeremy, was this just something that you saw happening sometime back, or is it more recent, the need for this?
Most of these changes have already happened.
So not something that just suddenly happened, it's been in the past and you've known about it and so on.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Jeremy, I have a question on the detection system that you're talking about. I understand what your explanation. My question is, will we be using this at other places in the city?
So this was a good, this was our newest traffic signal. This was a good location to try this technology out. We were able to get a good price on it. We hadn't installed all of our detection items yet on this particular intersection, and that's why we got a credit for some of those items. And we were able to do this for just an additional $12,000. This is a test location. If it works well, then yes, there will be other locations in the city that will be using this.
Okay, I assume this was new technologies. This is a new tool for you to look at.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Any questions on this change order? We have a motion, a second. Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Change order 6 passes 5-0.
Thank you. Jeremy?
All right. The second Loeb change order is number 5 on the electrical bid package. There were 2 items on the change order. One was the addition of a light, and the other was the upsizing of the disconnect, conduit, and wire for the new scoreboard. Once we selected that scoreboard, the overall change order amount is for $10,377, bringing the overall contract amount to $2,050,725.00, which is still beneath the original contract bid amount, and we're requesting your approval.
Thank you. Chair, entertain a motion to approve change order number 8-5 on the electrical package.
Murray moves.
Second.
Moulton second.
Moved and seconded. Thank you, both of you. Questions? So the obvious question is, when this package was originally bid for the power to the scoreboard, it was sort of a generic placeholder.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. No other questions? Okay, Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Change order 5 passes 5-0.
Thank you. Jeremy?
Okay, the third Loeb change order is change order number 1 for the turf bid package, or change order 11-1. This was to add the turf on the portable pitching mound so that it would match the turf on the rest of the field. The change order amount is $3,400, bringing the contract amount to $728,385 with a change order amount of 0.5%. We're requesting your approval.
Intend a motion to approve on the turf package 11, change order number 1, 11-1.
Shriner, move approval.
Second.
Moulton
Childress.
second.
Okay, Moulton second. It's tie between Norm and Amy. So we have a motion. Second, questions on this?
So the $3,400 includes the $2,000 shift from the general packages to this particular change order. Is that correct?
That's true. Yeah, so we had a $2,000 deduct on the general trades and this $3,400 add in replacement. The reason behind that, in the portable pitching mound had, I think, 6 different colors of turf that we could select from, and none of them were the turf color that was used on the field. So it just made sense to not have the portable pitching mound manufacturer put the turf on it, but just ship it without the turf, and then we would have Sprint turf put it on here while they were doing the field.
Thank you.
Other questions? If not, Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Change order 1 passes 5-0.
Thank you. Jeremy?
All right, the last lobe change order is change order number 2 on the food service bid package, or change order 13-2. This was due to a change in state review procedures that required the kitchen hood drawings to be stamped by a professional engineer. The change order amount is for $550, bringing the contract amount to $360,138 with a change order amount of 0.1%. We're requesting your approval.
Thank you. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the food services in change order number 2. I didn't hear, was there a motion?
Murray did.
Okay, second?
Childress, second.
Moved and seconded. Sorry, I didn't hear that. We have a motion and second. Questions regarding this change order? If not, Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
I could be Norm if you want me to be. Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Change order 2 passes 5-0.
Thanks, Mindy. Jeremy?
All right, our last change order is change order number 6 for Twickenham Boulevard. The purpose of this change order was to remove the existing crosswalk pavement markings at the intersection of Twickenham Boulevard and South 9th Street so that we can install the new pavement markings that align with the new curb ramps. Originally, the city was going to have these pavement markings removed separately along with some other pavement markings on South 9th Street between Beck Lane and Twickenham Boulevard, but that was postponed to this year. So we needed to add this to the scope of work for the Twickenham Boulevard project. The change order amount is for $1,184.82, bringing the overall contract amount to $3,502,783.46 with a change order amount of 0.5%, and we're requesting your approval.
I think, Jeremy, this is change order number 6, according to what it says. So Chair, entertain a motion to approve change order number 6 on this Twickenham Boulevard project.
Shriner, so moved.
Second?
Murray second.
Moved and seconded. Questions regarding this? This is not the final one, is it, Jeremy?
No.
Okay. Other questions?
Project looks great. It was a long time coming.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
I agree. Okay, Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray.
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Change order 6 passes 5-0.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
John, are you doing the next demolition permits?
Yes, I will be doing those.
Okay, thank you. It's all yours.
Okay, so good morning, John Collier from Economic Development. You have 2 demolition requests for historic structures in the city. The first one is for a fire damaged building, 916 North 11th Street. The property owner is requesting that the whole structure be demolished. Dan Kaiser, the Historic Preservation Officer, has reviewed it and determined that the loss of the structure would be a loss to the historic fabric of the community. In particular, this is in the Park Mary National Historic District, which is why we had to bring this before the Historic Preservation Officer. So the property owner is not going to be in attendance today, and I think is comfortable with the 60-day waiting period, and so I think we're okay with that, and we would recommend that as well.
Okay, and John, let me, before we get this on the table, there's no concerns from anybody about, because of the condition of the building, of people being in harm's way or somebody being hurt by this property in the next 60 days?
I'll let Mark Gick talk about that, if you don't mind, but I don't think so.
No problem. Mark Gick, Building Commissioner, City of Lafayette. In my opinion, there is not a danger of this lapsing. The fire that did take place there, but it was clear back on May 15th. This has been standing since May 15th. Just so you're familiar with where this is at, this is actually where the double fatality happened. I have not been in the structure, but from the outside, it looks like it is mainly the upper story and roof damage. And it's been standing for 9 months, so I would think 60 days isn't going to hurt it anymore. So. Okay.
All right. And I'm assuming the building's been protected from folks getting in the building. I'm assuming that's been taken care of.
Yes, the building is secured.
Thank you. So our job here is to uphold or waive the 60-day period, and it sounds like we're all in consensus. The 60-day period can be upheld in the situation. So Chair will approve the upholding of the waiting periods. Somebody's not on mute. If you could, if you're receiving sound in the background, we appreciate that. So Chair will entertain a motion to uphold the 60-day waiting period.
So moved, Murray.
Second?
Second, Moulton. Second,
Amy?
Moulton.
Okay, thank you, Amy. Any questions regarding that? Hearing no questions, Mindy, please.
Childress,
Aye.
Henriot,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Moulton,
Aye.
916 demo approved 4-0.
Thank you very much.
And I'd like to add too that we had put out there for any comments or complaints about these demos to email my office prior or to call. We had given him my landline, and I received no electronic or phone calls regarding either one of these demolitions.
Thank you. That's good. Thanks. Appreciate that, Cindy. So John, the next one, please.
Sure. So the next one we're actually calling a partial demolition. It's for the historic structure at 625 Columbia Street, which is on the site of the proposed public safety building and parking garage. So this is a city-owned property now, was formerly the Midtown Oven building. It's the historic Horner building is what it's called. It was originally an auto dealership building. We're calling it a partial demo because although the whole building will be removed as part of to accommodate the future construction of the public safety building, the historic facade that faces Columbia Street will be dismantled. The masonry pieces and units will be stored off-site during the construction of the new building. And then our hope is that project will, the units will be reconstructed, we hope, on this site. Along the north facade of the new parking structure. That's one option. Another option is perhaps that if that doesn't work out, that we would potentially build it in some other location in the city that's still yet to be determined. But our hope is if it goes in with this structure, is that it would be future kind of a micro business of some kind along that north facade of Columbia Street, side of the parking garage. Dan Kaiser obviously reviewed this one as well. This is in the Upper Main National Historic District. And he also believes, and I think we agree, that the loss of this structure is a loss of an historic resource for the city. And so Dan recommended the 60-day waiting period be maintained in the city. We agree with that completely.
Okay, thank
And I
you.
don't know, I have Alex Gonzalez here from Kettle Hut, if anyone has questions about the demo process. And I know Dennis and the mayor may want to speak about this project as well, but I'll let them decide.
Let me go ahead, if you don't mind, let me go ahead and get this on the table. There's a consensus on this property also, no public safety issues, that the 60-day waiting period for the demolition permit should be upheld. So the chair entertain a motion to approve the 60-day waiting period on this demolition.
Childress moves.
Second.
Murray, second.
So it's been moved and seconded. Okay, questions or comments, Mayor or Alex, either one?
I'll just briefly comment for Alex, unless he has something specific he wants to say. We've been working closely with Kettle Hut, American Structure Point. You know, we want to save this facade, and we're very much hoping that the construction and the financials will work out, that we can bring that facade back and open up a couple micro businesses there. We think that's the best use of this, and from a historic standpoint, and being able to complete our project. So there has been a tremendous amount of time and energy put into this, and going back and forth, and that's brought us to this point we are today. I think John explained it very well. So we will continue to work through that. This is a huge project, and but our long-term goal is to bring that facade back and have a couple micro businesses in that location, if it works from a construction standpoint and from a financial standpoint.
Thanks, Mayor. Alex, want to add anything to that?
You're muted, Alex.
I've got nothing else to add. The mayor covered, and John, everything very well.
Okay, any questions from the board, please? Any questions?
Alex, I have a question for you. In travels, particularly Indianapolis, I've seen multi-story facades that were supported and the building built then to join them. That's not an option here?
It was a more expensive option than deconstructing the face of it and then rebuilding it on the site. That end of the site, we have to dig down, has some earth retention. When we do the parking garage, it's the way the site slopes. So this is the most cost conscientious way to do it.
All right, thank you.
Other questions regarding this 60-day waiting period? Okay, hearing none. Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Historic demo for 625 passes 4-0.
Thank you. And it should be noted that Mr. Schreiner had to leave the meeting, so that's why we're down to 4 of us voting on this item. All right, thanks, John. Appreciate that. I'll turn it over to I think Tim on the resolution 01-2021, our first resolution of 2021.
Thank you, Gary. Good morning and Happy New Year to everyone. Tim Clary, City Controller. Before you is Resolution 01-2021, a resolution approving the detail of the 2021 Water and Renew Department budgets. As part of our annual utility budget process, we meet with the Controller's Office meets with each of the departments, and they bring their wish lists along with the utility billing office information that comes, and we take a look at it. We add in our payroll projections based on raises. We also include health insurance. By that time in the fall, those health insurance numbers are known, and different than the regular budget that goes through the DLGF. This is an in-house type budget. We do revenue projections for the following year. We also look at our cash balances, and we feel that this budget is responsible and we can adequately fund it for 2021. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I hope you all had a chance to review the narrative along with both of the comparative 2020 and 21 budgets.
Thank you. This is a resolution. So the resolution, we'll go ahead and get the resolution 01-2021 on the table. And then we can talk about the questions regarding the budgets at that point in time. Is that okay, Tim, to do it that way?
Absolutely.
Jackie, is that okay to do it that way?
Yes, that is okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and Chair entertain a motion to approve resolution 01-2021 that's was included in our agenda.
Moulton move for approval.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Murray, second.
So we have a motion and a second. So now we can have questions regarding the resolution and the detail of the budgets. Tim, thank you for your summary. Anybody have any questions regarding the budgets? Either budget. I have a couple, and maybe that'll get the ball rolling on the water budget, Tim. And I know this is you have the folks there that this is really simple, really simple. So under the pumping department, we have well maintenance, and the well maintenance has been reduced from 20 to 21 by $25,000. And then down below, under the transmission and distribution department, we have maintenance supplies going up by $25,000. Is that just to transfer money from one area to the other? So we're kind of a break even on that?
Yes, it is. We take a look at historical data, Gary, and determine expenses going forward. Obviously, line items do change over time, and more emphasis is put on certain line items, and we try to do a zero-based budgeting process, which allows us to take funds from other line items to fund those that are more in need at the current time and for the subsequent years.
Okay. With our new leadership on the water budget, have there been any changes philosophically or otherwise?
The only thing is we are attempting to accumulate some funds for the Weah Ridge Water Tower. We have an amount that we're budgeting for infrastructure upgrades that goes along with the remaining bond proceeds that we have. And so we're trying to set aside some money and use cash as much as we can for that project that was initially listed on our five-year capital plan when we instituted the rate increase along with the bond issue for the Waterworks Department.
Okay, thank you. And then on the Lafayette Renew budget, same sort of transfer under treatment and disposal. We have sludge removal going down by $100,000, but we have grit and grease disposal going up by $100,000. So is that the same sort of a reallocation within the sub funds?
Very similar situation. Yes, just our method of handling the sludge is different, and we're able to save some money that way. However, our grit and grease, those costs are increasing. So it's a shift within the overall Renew budget.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Those are my cursory sort of questions. I know this has been through many eyes already, so I'm sure that everything was in order, but anybody have any board member have any questions?
Is there an assessment of where we're at on the 5-year increment of the 20-year plan for the water department?
I would defer to Steve Moore on that. We've completed several of our projects to date. However, the Weah Ridge Water Tower is one that I know of. If Steve's got any additional information that he could share, that'd be appreciated.
I can step in there. We have completed a number of our projects that were on the 5-year plan. I don't know the percentage that we've completed yet, but we are achieving that 5-year plan.
Maybe at a future meeting, just an update on that. That would be, I would appreciate that.
Sure.
Steve, do you have any comments?
Thank you. No, I really don't. This budget was put together before I took this position, but I have faith in the process and the people that put it together, and I have looked it over and fully intend to track our performance and our spending going through this year, and hope to be able to add some insight in creating the budget for 2022. But I have looked it over and I agree with it. I think that we can stay within that budget, and appreciate the work that we're creating.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. I appreciate your input. Mayor, you always have a comment on these budgets, so Mayor?
Yeah, I'll just make it quick. Gary and Norm will certainly get you that information, but the single largest project in there is the Murdoch Park Booster Station. That's the single largest. That takes up a significant percentage of that money from that 5-year plan. So that's the one big piece. And then the line that ran down all the way down Cason Street, that transmission line. So that's the largest piece by far. But you know, we're very aggressive on our infrastructure here in the city of Lafayette. As you know, we work to continually upgrade, expand capacity, also use new technology. And I've had conversations with Steve about that, and he's working on implementing some things here in 2021 as we move forward. As you know, Renew is, I mean this with all sincerity. Our local Renew is a industry leader throughout the United States in the technology that we use, Brad and his team, and the things that we do, and most recently with the increased capacity at the plant, and also the environmental considerations that are always taken in place. So I've been through these budgets with Tim several times, and we are all comfortable that these are good budgets, and will provide the service that we need to our citizens and continue to allow our business and industry to grow.
Thanks, Mayor. Any other questions from the board or comments from anyone? We have a resolution on the table, 01-2021. It's been moved and seconded, and it sounds like we're time for the vote on this. Mindy, would you call for the roll call, please?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Resolution passes 4-0.
Thank you. Thanks for all the
Thank
work.
you.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that. I did have a question really quickly, Brad, that doesn't relate. It relates, but it doesn't relate. Where are we with, maybe I can just check this off the list and put it out of my mind, but on the solar field down to supply the wastewater treatment?
I think that we'll be prepared to move forward with that this year. Tim and I are going to meet. We're going to talk on Friday, kind of look at the capital asset budgets. And I think, I believe that we're in solid shape to move forward with that. There's also a component when we do this next lift station and a storage facility. There's a solar component on that project as well, which will get that Pearl River lift station to basically net zero. So it's definitely in the works. I think you'll see some movement this year.
Okay. I appreciate the update. Thank you for that. Thanks. Yep. All right. Finally, we have on the agenda, I think we have claims. Let's get this claims on the table. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Childress moves.
Is there a second?
Murray.
Murray seconded. Sorry, Tim, I should have allowed you to state that. Go ahead and do your thing. I got out of line there. So go ahead and.
That's just fine, Gary. No problem. Yes. Good morning again, Tim Clary, City Controller. We might as well start 2021 off with a bang here. I'm asking for approval of claims in the amount of $10,990,978.43. We ask for your approval.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. We already have that now on the table with a motion and a second. So appreciate everybody allowing me to get out of order on that. So let's go ahead. Anybody have any questions on claims? There's a lot of them.
Just to add a couple things, Gary, there are 2 payrolls on the claims docket. There's pension payroll. We also have 2 of our payments to AIM for our health insurance premiums, which run almost $1 million a month. So not any debt payments on this one. We've already taken care of those in previous months, but other than a large amount of payroll, we got a lot of standard claims on here, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. Questions? To get
I'm
things go ahead, Norm. If you have questions, go ahead.
Big 31, there are a lot of charges to Indiana Carbon Inc. for copier charges, and they are all attributed to fleet parts.
Yes, that Indiana Carbon Company, ICC as they're commonly known, is the former Smith Office Company, and they handle our copier charges. When COVID hit, they had some problems in submitting their invoices to us. So this is really a catch-up of for fleet. And I also understand from our accounts payable staff that we'll have some additional payments coming that are going to take up a page or 2. So they have been reviewed by the departments to make sure that because they are very similar in amounts, that we're not double paying, and they're reviewing those closely. So I have confidence that there will be no double payment on these.
Right. Thank you. On page 34, Rencon Services Fire Station HVAC, does that complete that work?
Yes, according to the pay app and my discussion with Deputy Chief Buttram, that is the final. Those funds were paid out, and we are 100% complete now.
And I have one more that I'm hunting down. I should make note of the page numbers instead of having to flip back through, sorry. On Big 41, Hannum Wagle Klein Engineering, Service Area 21. Since we did the final change order on that project, is that the final payment for engineering services as well?
I will double check on that and get back to you, Norm. I think it is, but I want to make sure.
It should be close, Norm. We may still have some as-built information that needs to be created.
And then finally, Big 44, under J.R. Kelly Company, that invoice lists construction management. I thought that was a function of Kettle Hut Incorporated for the construction management, that they were just general trades.
I think that is a misprint in the comment line. Along with the others, it should list Globe Stadium General Trades, Norm.
Okay, thank you. That's all I had.
Okay.
Thanks, Norm. Other questions? I have one more that Norm didn't mention. I had Norm, our great minds running the same avenue. I had the same questions you had. Any other questions from anybody? I have one. I just want to get it out. On page 40, this is just a nomenclature issue, or a description issue. It's top of the page. The first one for environmental laboratories, it says land rent. What's that about? Bacteria sampling land rent. Do you see that, Tim?
I do see that. Yeah, I see bacteria sampling on the others. Land rent. I'd have to check to see why that is labeled differently than the other types of lab payments that we make to Environmental Laboratories, Inc.
Yeah, I just curious if that was an error. And if it wasn't, I just wanted to have a sort of an explanation of what land we're renting.
Okay, I'll get back with you.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions on the invoices, claims? Okay, if not, Mindy, your magic.
Childress,
Aye.
Henriot,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Moulton.
Abstain?
Claims passed 3-0 with 1 abstention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's it for the agenda of the meeting. Anybody have any announcements or things they want to bring before the board before we close the meeting?
Gary, just quickly, I'm sure the board members saw it, but I just wanted to be sure, you know, we had a very tragic situation occur in the fire department where firefighter Trent was tragically killed in a traffic accident last week. He had served on the department for 18 years and was stationed at Station 3 on the A shift, and just wanted to make sure the board saw the email that I had sent out and keep his family and thoughts and prayers of the wife and 2 teenage children. So tough situation for him and the family and the fire department. I just wanted to make sure the board had seen that.
Thank you, Mayor. That was tragic.
Yeah, as far as we know, the funeral is we're still finalizing some of that information, but it looks like it's going to be this Saturday.
Well, Chief, our sympathies. Tell the folks on behalf of the Board of Works that there are thoughts and prayers because, again, a tragic and unnecessary loss of life and a family that will be affected forever.
Yeah, thank you very much. It certainly was. He obviously has a wife, two boys, 11 and 15.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Mayor. Anybody else have any comments for the board?
Gary, I'll just say, when you come into a new year, it's a time for kind of taking a look at what the last years look like. And I was packaging up the box of the paperwork that I've accumulated. And, you know, over the time that you and I in particular and others have spent on the board, the list of accomplishments is just flat amazing. And I want to compliment the department heads and particularly the mayor for the leadership and the progressive thought that has brought Lafayette into this 21st century capable and progressive.
Thanks, Norm.
Thanks, Norm.
It is good to reflect. That's the time of year we have of reflecting. So it's good. I'm really hopeful about the coming year. We need to get this vaccine, these vaccines, as they say, in folks' shoulders or arms. We're struggling with that. We need to get that taken care of. But as a community, as the city of Lafayette and as a broader community, we are blessed to be where we are. So I'm thankful every day for the incidents of my birth in this community. So I really take nothing here for granted. That we're doing what we're doing and able to do those things you're talking about, Norm. So thank you very much. If nothing else, the meeting stands adjourned. Everybody be safe.